every second, every minute. Man, I swear that she can get it. Say if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high. Hands up high. Hands up high. Tell them turn the lights down right now. Put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark room perfume. Go, go.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. Poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you. And you're in the mood for empathy. There's blood in my pen. Better yet with your friends and them. I really wanna know you all. I really wanna show you off. Fuck God, pour up plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and y'all curled in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party. She wanna go and party. Nigga, don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga, that ain't good game, homie, sorry. They say conversation rule the nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down for real. P.S. You can get it, you can get it, you can get it, you can get it. I know you want you want. Oh, what a goodness. Put it in the song, alright. You can get it, you can get it, you can get it, you can get it. And I know you want you want. Oh, what a goodness. Put it in the song, alright.
Taking notes on my keyboard, what you bothering me for? There's a room for what you following me for? Sing a fucking sing along. So girl, what you singing for? Cause you blow like a seagull. My seagull, honey. Falling, they got these in the trash, they rolling. Sleep tight, good time, girls, man, for the girls, yeah, I'm so fun. Bring some poison, rainbows on it. Nice handshake, first night from mine. All that dance, first night from mine. Flip it, they loving the crew, they loving the crew, they loving the crew. Oh, they loving the crew, oh, they loving the crew, they loving the crew. They loving the crew, they loving the crew. Taking notes on my keyboard, what you bothering me for? There's a room for the niggas, what you following me for? Sing a fucking sing along, so girl, what you singing for? Cause you blow like a seagull, my seagull. Where'd you go? Girl, you know how I've been living without you. Daydreaming on a cloud with you like the horizon. With you tonight is on an island. It's about time for making up. Found you wasn't with me waking up. Not even said I couldn't miss your touch. I needed to distance myself from you. I was just in love with you. So conclusive. It's so quiet, but I hear you saying to me, baby. Say our time we're making no time. The times you wasn't with me waking up. Now you feel that I couldn't miss you touch. I needed you, needed to distance myself from you. I was just alone with you. So come close, won't you? Won't you? Can I tell you something for what it's worth? We have it, that's all right. Show you something, give you more than what we have in this place. Show you something, give you more than what we have in this place. Won't you fill me up till my cup's overflowing? I'm so anxious just to feel the silence. It's so quiet, but I hear you saying to me, baby. Say our time we're making no time. The times you wasn't with me waking up. Now you feel that I couldn't miss you touch. I needed you, needed to distance myself from you. I was just alone with you. So come close, won't you? Won't you? Can I tell you something for what it's worth? We have it, that's all right. Show you something, give you more than what we have in this place. Please be don't just be nothing to me. I want you to give to me, yeah. Please be don't just be nothing to me, yeah. I want you to give to me, yeah.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Saying if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high. Hands up high, hands up high. Tell them turn the lights down right now. Put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark room, perfume. Go.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. Poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you and you're in the mood for empathy. It's blood in my pen. Better yet with your friends and them. I really wanna know you all. I really wanna show you off. Fuck that. Pour up plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and your girl in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party. She wanna go and party. Nigga don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga that ain't good game home is sorry. They say conversation ruin a nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down for real. P.S. You can get it, you can get it, you can get it, you can get it. Don't you what you want? Oh, what it just put it in the song. Alright. You can get it, you can get it, you can get it, you can get it. Don't you what you want? Oh, what it just put it in the song.
Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only know like once. Life move fast when you do what you want. At this time, doing what I want. Hope you doing what you want. What you want?
My new bitch look like Tyler Perry, but she don't love me, she too scary. My old bitch front like Jackie Brown. I wanna love her, she too down. Will you be my leading lady? I want a contract, down low, maybe. In the meantime,
Decide for what I want.
it's some me time.
Hope you doing what you want.
Crib by the beach like Odell. No, but mom, my killers don't tell. Said don't want mom, cause I knew you off the shelf. Now my bitch is big to Chanel. Will you be my leading lady? I want a contract, get a little maybe. In the meantime,
Decide for what I want.
get some me time.
Hope you doing what you want. Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only know like once. Life move fast when you do what you want.
In the meantime,
Just not doing what I want.
get some me time.
You doing what you want.
In the meantime,
Just not doing what I want.
get some me time.
You doing what you want.
Maybe I'll love myself, I don't know. Leave me here, I'll fuck myself. See me in the mirror, I duck myself. Don't need much, so fuck my wealth.
I need you in the morning. need you now. Yeah, yeah. I know I give you all you need. I know what you like. I feel it coming. Tell me that the yes. I try to keep you, and I need some lessons. I need to give it all. I try to live, but I can't. I don't know I got the wall. Drop me out of my mind. Don't need no other body. Don't need no other body. Only you feel on my body. Only you feel on my body. You don't need no other body. Then I need a mess of my mind. And I need if you get free of the mind. Say your body talk to me nice. Say now my love you didn't need for your life. Yeah, our love no be like. Say every day together, yeah, day and night. Yeah, if I leave you go by. Yeah, if you leave I go by. Love me your body, baby. Love me your body, baby. And you're whining your body, baby. So crazy. Love me your body, baby. Girl, you want need me. I just wanna let you know. Oh, baby, day. Don't need no other body. Don't need no other body. Only you feel on my body. Only you feel on my body. You don't need no other body, baby. Ask me, baby. No one, yeah, no one, yeah. I took the morning, my walk was up on your loving. I just wanna get you beside me. Give me all you need, give me all you need, give me all you, give me all you need, give me all you need, give me all. Make I give you all you need, every touch you need, give you all, make I give you all you need, baby. Yeah. You don't need no other body. You don't need no other body. Only you feel on my body. Only you feel on my body. Yeah. You don't need no other body. Girl, I want you there. Yeah, I want you there. I need your love. Oh, oh, oh. I need your I want you there. Oh, 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 oh. Baby, love, I know you there. Oh, oh.
Whole 10 shining stars, big dip. Get a lot of haystack gang in the sun.
Good morning, y'all. Good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday. Come on in. Please double tap the screen to like the live stream. I appreciate y'all being here. Good morning, Miss Carla. Good morning, Lady Marie. Um, good morning, Keep It Cute, Miss Lynn, Miss Margie.
Money boy, thank y'all so much. So listen, for anybody, including you, keep it cute, if you not working, that wants to hit the link and join the panel, the link is on the community wall. So listen, y'all. We started covering this. I think it happened. I think Saturday night. So we started. Hold on a minute. Let me cut this fan off. Hold on. Okay, so we started covering this story on. I'm gonna say Sunday, Sunday morning maybe. But for those that know if you have not watched the I want to say other two live streams that I did on this story. Feel free to go back and check out the replays. Um, for those that don't know, this incident rather happened about 15 minutes away from where I live in downtown Montgomery. So listen, what we're gonna do today, I'm going to play one short video that talks about this incident when it first happened. I think this may have taken place. This particular news clip took place Sunday morning, the morning after it happened, and then I'm gonna play several clips because there has been a couple of updates, right? So I'm gonna play this initial clip, and then I'm gonna play several clips after that talks about what's been going on and what's been happening since the incident, and then we're gonna watch a couple of we're gonna watch a. I'm trying to see if I want to do the. After we watch the several clips, then we're gonna watch they did another. Cause see, I covered the news conference that they did on Sunday, the mayor and the police chief. They've done another one. I think they did it yesterday. So we're gonna watch that, and then we're gonna watch a video that one of my favorite content creators uploaded. Okay, so that's what we're going with it today. So we're gonna start at this first initial news clip. I think this we might have even watched it on Sunday when we reacted, but we're gonna rewatch this just for people that don't know what's going on can get an overview of what took place. All right. So any questions, put them in the chat. Anybody want to hit the link? The link is on the community wall. Y'all make sure y'all double tap the screen to like the live stream. Feel free to support the channel. The Cash App is linked at the bottom. Okay. All right. Let's go.
Joining us this morning, I'm Simon Schiesler. At least 2 people are dead and 14 people were shot last night, including 2 juveniles, in a mass shooting in the heart of downtown Montgomery. 3 of the injured fighting for their life at this hour with critical injuries. Police say this happened on the corner of Bibb and Commerce Street around 11:30 last night. This, of course, coming on a weekend full of festivities in the capital city, including the Tuskegee Morehouse Classic, the Alabama National Fair, and Alabama State University's homecoming, seeing thousands of people traveling to Montgomery for a weekend of fun.
To have a heinous event like this take place prior to midnight in a busy part of our entertainment district is reckless and it's selfish. You don't care about your life, well, jump off a bridge. You don't pull out a gun and shoot in a crowd of people.
Some strong words there. Now I want to bring in our Emma Ellis, who was on the scene with me overnight and joins us live on location now. Emma, the chief called this, quote, not a typical mass shooting. What did he mean by that?
Well, Simon, Chief Grayboy says that this was the result of 2 groups of people shooting at each other into a crowd. But he couldn't give too many more details than that, as this investigation is still in the early stages. In fact, Montgomery Mayor Stephen Reed added that the shooting happened, quote, with police units within 50 feet of both sides. Now, this is the scene that our crew found around 1 a.m. this morning. As Simon said, he and I were on the scene, and we saw the streets littered with evidence markers. Cop cars lined the streets, dozens of them. There were purse contents spilled on the floor, and I will never forget the sound of the screams that I heard at that time. We spoke with the owner of Paradigm Lounge, which is near the scene downtown. In fact, it's right behind me. He heard gunfire and describes the chaos.
I mean, I was in the office when everything happened, but I just heard a ton of shots. I mean, people started running inside of Paradigm, even in the office where I was. I mean, I can't even count how many shots it was, but it was quite a few people running. unfortunately, people laid out on the sidewalk. People trying to resuscitate.
He describes a truly gruesome scene there. Chief Grayboyce adds that police have brought in people for interviews in connection with this case. It's still unclear whether any of those brought in for interviews are the suspects themselves. Mayor Stephen Reed said multiple times that when the suspects are caught, they will be made an example of. Simon?
Yeah, and Emma, do we know what kind of guns were used in the shooting?
Well, Simon, the chief couldn't give too many details on that at the time, but he did say that the guns had a high magazine capacity, and MPD has recovered weapons in connection to this investigation.
All right, Emma Ellis right there. Thank you so much. And there will be another press conference today at noon. I'll be back here on the desk as we cover that. Stay tuned to our website and mobile app as well. We'll be updating you as soon as we hear anything new in connection to this case, which we will, of course, be following very, very closely. Joining us this morning.
So that next video is the actual YouTube video we're going to watch. But I'm going to skip that for right now. And we're going to continue to watch the short clips of the updates that have taken place over the last couple of days. Okay? What's up, Trey? All right, so let's go to the next one.
Two people are dead and dozens more are hurt after shots rang out in downtown Montgomery Saturday. Thanks so much for staying up with us after Sunday Night Football. I'm Jarvis Robertson. Now, Montgomery Police Chief vowing not to rest until they found the people responsible. Now, it all happened around 11:30 last night as the city was hosting several weekend events of the.
So right here on this clip, you see the names of the two people that were unalive. 17-year-old Jeremiah Morris and 43-year-old Shalonda Williams were the two people that were unalive. I think there were like 6 people that had life-threatening injuries. Other people had non-life-threatening injuries, and I think one person was discharged that night or the next day maybe.
The 14 people shot, 2 were killed. That being 17-year-old Jeremiah Morris and 43-year-old Shalonda Williams. Now, 5 of the victims are said to be in life-threatening condition. Police believe one of the people shot was targeted and others in the crowd fired back.
As you can imagine, that could be a very chaotic situation, and every weapon has to be accounted for, and every piece of evidence has to be processed. We know that at least 2 of the victims, 2 of these 14 people, were armed in this incident.
And tonight, we're hearing from a woman who was caught in the middle of the gunfire. WVTM 13's Aaron Llewellyn back from Montgomery, live in studio with me tonight. Aaron, she tells you that being just feet away from this, it was very scary.
Yeah, Jarvis, it was supposed to be a fun night out for Kiana Lambert. She told me that she heard that her favorite social media influencer was in Montgomery, so she decided to leave the house. But she never thought she would be caught in the middle of a deadly shootout with so much bloodshed.
I just see people dropping. It felt like the shots were getting closer. It was just people running everywhere. I see people dripping blood.
Kiana Lambert says she'll never forget the moment she thought she wasn't going to make it home alive.
You don't know where the bullets coming from. It just seemed like they were coming from everywhere. And it seemed like they were getting close, and I seen so many people with so many guns.
Lambert told me she was looking forward to a night out in the downtown Montgomery entertainment district.
I heard that Roll It Up K was downtown. That's why I went downtown. So I flew down there.
But she didn't even have a chance to get out of her car before the chaos unfolded.
It was a car in front of me, and the shots just go off. And then we're trying to duck, but it's like so much going on. We had to get out the car, leave the car, go around the corner until the police come, and then come back.
Lambert says she heard 100 shots fired Saturday night during a mass shooting that took the lives of 2 people and left 12 others hurt.
I heard a lady screaming. You could hear like it came from her core. Like it sounded like she was hurt. Like I don't know. It was just really scary, honestly.
Now she feels a night out on the town may come with too many risks.
No matter what event they having, no matter what they're doing, people come mess it up. Kids can't have fun. Adults can't have fun. You can't do nothing.
And the tragedy that happened here will be remembered forever.
People was just outside trying to have fun, and you can't even do that. But I'm so sorry to the families and to the people that really got hurt.
Lambert calls Saturday one of the worst days of her life.
It was traumatizing. I was right there, like literally in the midst of it, and I didn't know where to go. I didn't know what to do.
But she can't shake the feeling of knowing someone else lost theirs.
I'm thankful that I'm here. I was mad about my car, but I don't know. I feel so bad for the people that was out there and all the people that really got hurt. Like I really feel bad for them.
And Lambert says that she's rethinking going out again. She told me that was her first time going out of Montgomery and hates that it could be her last.
And Montgomery citizens were quick to respond to last night's shooting as a few groups made their way downtown this afternoon. Members of Macedonia Miracle Kingdom and Worship Center took to the fountain this afternoon to worship and lend their voices in prayer. The group prayed for the community, the families, and for the future generations to ascend to greater heights and one day end the violence. And now just down the street at the intersection of Bibb and Commerce Street, the Alabama Resistors Group gathered for a candlelight vigil in honor of the victims and to stand up to violent crimes. The group wants to emphasize the importance of community and knowing your neighbor and invited anyone and everyone the street to join them in hopes that harboring a welcoming community will lead to a brighter future.
It's not about pointing fingers. It's not about blaming an individual. There's a system that's broken. We need to have people grow together and learn that our neighbors belong with us. That the climate right now is very chaotic. It's very crazy. People feel alone and scared. I think we need to sit down and talk to people that we don't know, we didn't grow up with, that have maybe a different church that they go to, or that they went to a different school, or they root for a different football team.
The Alabama Resistors are looking to do more pop-up events to further honor the victims and bring the community together. And emotions are running high amongst Montgomery City leaders. Simon Schuessler shares how those leaders and local business owners are processing the heartbreak.
Saturday night's mass shooting in the heart of downtown Montgomery has city council members emotional, like Marsha Johnson, who rushed to the scene and spoke with the loved ones of victims.
When I stepped on that scene, I just went like, my heart dropped and I was speechless. And I honestly still don't have words. And children. To hear grandparents and mothers and fathers crying, screaming, and they just wanted to come and enjoy what we had to offer.
There's a lot of the same feelings for council member Andrew Zamansky, who's also worried about the impact the shooting will have on future commerce.
So we cannot let things like this take our eye off of supporting the businesses that are in downtown. And if that means we have to have a stronger presence or even up our game even more than we had this time around, then that's what we got to do, because those businesses are the lifeblood of our city.
As the shooting was unfolding at the intersection of Bibb and Commerce Street, you can imagine the fear and panic as people were just trying to flee and find the closest shelter they could. And for many people, the closest shelter was Paradigm Lounge. We spoke with one of the lounge's owners mere hours after the shooting unfolded.
I mean, I was in the office when everything happened, but I just heard a ton of shots. I mean, people started running inside of Paradigm, even in the office where I was. I mean, I can't even count how many shots it was, but it was quite a few people running. I mean, unfortunately, people laid out on the sidewalk. People trying to resuscitate.
A city grieving, wondering where to go from here after such a senseless tragedy. Simon Schuessler, WSFA 12 News, Montgomery.
And police are still investigating and urge anyone with information to come forward.
Breaking news from over the weekend. 2 people died, 12 others injured in a mass shooting in downtown Montgomery. Joining me now, we have Tony Garrett from Crime Stoppers. Tony, we've been seeing the videos and the photos on social media. You're former law enforcement. When did you hear about?
Now, she mentioned videos and photos on social media. There's a lot of videos on social media that were uploaded. I guess from people that was at the scene that was there. I have a lot of them. I have them in a playlist, but I have to go through them to. I hadn't gone through all of them. What I plan on doing when I come back on these, probably, I don't know if I'm gonna do it. No. I'm not gonna do it tomorrow. I'll probably do it Saturday, because tomorrow I have something else to cover. But when I come back on Saturday, I'm going to play some of the videos that were uploaded on Facebook that night. Okay. I will put my trigger warning up. Some people get triggered because of, what's going on and the hollering and the screaming and stuff. But I've got several videos that were uploaded from people that were there. And I'm going to put them I got them in a playlist, and I'm going to go through them and see which ones I feel comfortable playing and ones that I don't. And I'm going to let y'all see them. I'll probably do that Saturday. What's today? Thursday. Yeah, Saturday.
And when did things start to unfold?
Actually, I was in Birmingham, and I was with family, and I heard about it. We started receiving telephone calls at about 11:51 p.m. that night, and it was chaotic. We had to call our call center, which when we're not in the office during the week, we have a call center, and after that, we're on call. So we have to prepare ourselves to sort of prepare for the amount of calls that we started receiving after that. We received about 50 calls that night within 1 hour. So we have a great call system. We have great staff members that actually stopped what they were doing and actually started manning the telephone calls.
Now, this happened in downtown Montgomery, to be clear, because we know there are a lot of events going on. It did not happen at any of those football games. It did not happen at the Alabama National Fair. But thousands of people were in town for so many different events that we had going on in our area. How disheartening is it to hear about something like this happen on such a busy weekend?
It is. One of my coworkers, she lost a friend, a church member, from that incident. So we are, our prayers go out to the victims, to the families, because they're going to have to live after this, and it's a lot to take in as far as counseling, as far as being able to rationalize what happened. And sometimes it takes for them to start talking about the incident just to get it out of their system.
How hard is it, though, when you have so many people on the street, so many people running, to even pinpoint? I can just imagine when you're out there and you're in a crowd, to pinpoint where these noises are coming from, where everything is coming from.
Well, my heart goes out to the law enforcement officers that were actually at the scene within feet of actually it occurring. So I can't help but to think what's going through their head as far as they have to rationalize it themselves, as far as what I could have did or what I should have done. Those things take effect. And then you talk about the citizens that were actually there. Now you have to rationalize with the amount of people that are calling in and said that they had a gun that wasn't even involved in the shooting, that said that they had a gun. Those police officers had to react in real time with the people that had guns for their protection and the people that were senselessly just shooting into the crowd. So it's a lot to take in.
A $50,000 reward right now for any information. Where's all that money coming from?
Well, of course, you saw the mayor's.
We saw that money. When they came live, the mayor and the chief, they came live Sunday afternoon. We covered that live. We covered that news conference. And they started off initially with $5K. When they came on live, they said there was a $5,000 reward for any information leading to arrest. And then right then and there, we saw Mayor Joe Reed put up another 20, I think another 20K or 25. I think he put up another 25, and then there was a council member that was there that put up another 20. So in total, there's a $50,000 reward for any information leading to any arrest.
And Chief Grayboard's press conference, we had put up $5,000 day one within minutes of the.
So Crime Stoppers put up $5K, which is what they started the news conference off with, and I think Joe Reed did 25, and then the council member did 20.
Incident. Most of our regular callers, they automatically know to call in if they have information. What the mayor did, he said, I'm going to go ahead and match $20,000 or put up $20,000 to put up with the $5,000. He felt that it wasn't enough. City Councilman Chairman Calhoun, he released $25,000, making it $50,000 upon arrest. We pay out within 30 days. So if we have information that we've already received that's going to lead to the arrest of these individuals, we're going to pay out $50,000 once law enforcement tells us what tip they used, or it could be split up, so we don't know.
Do you think that amount of money will make a difference?
Actually, no. The amount is really not an issue. We get people that give information for free, and most of the calls that we've been getting in has just been, hey, these people need to be taken off the street. I don't want a code. I don't want any type of reward. I just want these people taken off the street. That makes us feel good because we know as good citizens out there that they're not looking at reward money. But if that's incentive for you, $50,000, all you have to do is call 215-STOP. We will pay you your money as soon as we make an arrest.
What information, though, do you need to pay out money? It has to be more than I was in the area when it happened. What sort of information?
Well, we don't decide that. The investigators actually decide it. It could be a partial tag number. It could be the identity of one person that may have turned in other people. So we never know. The investigators, they actually give us the list of tips that they use, and then our board of directors determine who gets paid. So really, the law enforcement decides who gets paid the money.
$50,000. Police are still asking for videos and photos. I know they're using Star Center, utilizing some of the videos from businesses in the area, but it's so important. We've been seeing people share so many things on social media. It's so important to send that over to investigators as well.
I'll speak on that. If you have video of this incident, please
And
don't put it on the
thing,
internet.
y'all. Let me tell y'all something. I got tons of videos. I got videos sent to me by my two daughters. I got videos sent to me by other people that I know in real life that see them on Facebook. Because see, I don't do Facebook like that, right? So whenever, my daughters or my friends, they see a video on Facebook, they'll send it to me. And it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff that's been put on Facebook. But the crazy thing about it is, y'all know the weird thing about it, like people post these videos on Facebook or TikTok or even Snapchat or whatever. but they would not send the footage in to the cops. See, that's why the cops have to watch social media just like we watch social media, because there's things that's put on social media that people are not sending them. So it's actual videos on social media that people are putting out that could be crucial information, but the people they don't send it to the cops. They put it on social media, which is weird to me. I mean, if you're gonna upload it to social media, why not send it to the cops? But yeah.
Evidence and tampering with evidence, because this still has to go to court. If you're giving out too much information from your video that you have on hand, a lot of police to look at it first before you do anything else with it. We want to be mindful that the information that you have could lead to an arrest. If you give out too much information or information that shouldn't be out in public, you may be tampering with the case, and it makes it harder for the district attorney to do their job.
So if you have information, you just need to send it straight to police. Videos, photos.
Yeah, if you can't send it to police, you can send it to Crime Stoppers. You can download or upload out P3 Tips app, and you can upload any video or photos up there, or you can call Crime Stoppers 215-STOP, and we can give you instructions on how to get us information.
Because some people may be shooting video just of the scene, not realizing, like you said, there's a car tag in there, there's a person in there, there's a face that police are looking at.
Right now, I'm still going over photos that I received that night from people that knew me that was sending photos and video. Before I left the office, I received numerous businesses that sent video. So we're actually putting that together to send to law enforcement.
Anything you have, sent to police, or you can send to Crime Stoppers. You mentioned that app. You can remain anonymous. Again, $50,000 on the line right now for any information leading to an arrest in this mass shooting. It happened Saturday night, early into Sunday morning, right here in downtown Montgomery. Thousands of people were in town for so many events when that shooting happened. Tony, thanks so much for joining us here on Alabama Live. We truly appreciate it.
Governor Kay Ivey and other state leaders.
Okay, this is the next one. Governor Kay Ivey. That's our governor, Kay Ivey. She spoke on the situation. She's been the governor forever.
Leaders are taking action following a deadly mass shooting in Montgomery over the weekend. 2 people died and 12 others were injured. State Capitol reporter Ryan Hall has the latest on efforts to make the capital city safer.
Officials say all options are on the table when it comes to deterring crime in Montgomery.
Just awful. No excuse for it. Just absolutely awful.
Governor Kay Ivey has strong words and even stronger actions for those responsible in Saturday night's shooting. She says she is asking the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency to extend the patrol areas for Capitol troopers. That's in addition to using the MAX unit, a coalition of state and local law enforcement. She is also asking the ABC board to review laws for businesses in Montgomery selling alcohol after 5 p.m.
Well, all state assets are being evaluated to see what we can do more to prevent such things happening in our capital city. It's imperative that we keep the capital city safe.
But Montgomery Mayor Stephen Reed says the capital city is safe, and it's not about the location of the crime, but the people who are involved. He says the state should require people to have a permit to carry a firearm.
We have to make sure that from our standpoint, we send a strong message, a direct message, that this is not acceptable. And if you do it in our city, you're going to pay a heavy price. And you're going to pay a heavy price, and the public's going to be aware of it.
On social media, Senator Tommy Tuberville says crime has become too common in Montgomery, and Alabama GOP Chairman John Wall is calling for assistance from the Trump administration. Representative Patrick Sellers agrees with Mayor Reed that permitless carry in the state has elevated crime.
It actually gives too much access. There has to be some checks and balances, some control.
And on assistance from the federal government, Sellers says there's a difference between local policing and what the military handles.
Cartoon created kind of images that people have when they think you bring the military in just to control or patrol the streets. It's not that kind of war. There's a different kind of war that's on these streets.
Governor Ivey says Montgomery is a special place filled with history, great potential, and a strong community of people. In Montgomery, Ryan Hall, CBS 14 News.
I just started hearing gunfire.
All right, so this particular clip is Montgomery business owners speaking on the mass shooting. These are businesses. Now, downtown Montgomery, y'all, it's beautiful, and there's a lot going on. Now, not only does it have businesses down there are high-rise apartments down there too as well. So it's people that actually live downtown, above these businesses, and then there's business. What you heard about, man? And then there's actual businesses down there. So, yeah.
Immediately sought cover and got between 2 vehicles. And
Oh, you probably talking about what that dude talking about the Trump administration sending people.
Down as low as I could.
And I honestly just waited until I didn't hear any more shooting and made a run to try to get to my vehicle.
QB Merritt said she's never been through anything like it, but believes the violent attack was a fluke and could have happened anywhere.
I don't understand what's wrong with these kids. What's wrong with you kids? You bad. The parents ain't whooping them. I beg Trump to come down here and put a lockdown on this city. I'm sorry.
Girl, hush. Y'all gotta stop with this Trump. Y'all gotta stop. Let these people handle, control, and do what they gotta do for their own cities and state. This don't make no sense. This don't make no sense that every time something go on, things that's been happening, things that's gonna happen, whether Trump people are down here or not, y'all want to holler for Trump. For what? To cause more chaos? This man is around here, listen, this man is around here treating human beings like animals and savages. Get the hell out of here. Just stop it. They're getting on my nerves with this calling for Trump. The demon devil himself. He doing shit worse than what happened here. He causing more chaos. You know what? I ain't gonna get into that. Hey, Mama C. Hey, Lady Marie. I ain't gonna even get into that because they're getting on my fucking nerves with this want to call for Trump shit.
I did. I told him to come down here.
Who told him to come down here for what? For what?
Business owners don't believe outside help is necessary. Lee Giles, who owns a barbershop, says local authorities just need to change their tactics.
The police presence was there, but it wasn't there. You know, with that type of capacity of people, you like they can't just be sitting in their vehicles. Like they should have been walking around, like really letting their.
I agree with that. The police presence was there, and they probably was sitting in their vehicles. But this is the thing, and I don't think people be like thinking of the small things sometimes when it comes to situations like this. When you have outside events, let's just be clear. Like when you have outside events where there's no scanning people for weapons or people going through metal detectors or anything of that nature, something like this could happen. It don't matter if it was downtown. It don't matter if it was around the corner at the state fair. It don't matter if it was further down at the football game that was going on. It don't matter where it is. Whenever it's an outside event. Good morning, Miss Gloria. You in the bushes? Okay, thank you for being here. When you have outside events where there's no type of like, you know, I'm not going to say security because it was cops down there. What man say? It was cops there. But when you have outside activities that go on and there's no scanning to see if people got weapons and things of that nature, shit like this can happen. They're trying to act like it's something that don't happen. It's sad that it happens, but it happens.
Presence be really felt.
I have not seen anything to this magnitude before. And like I said, I work in the downtown area. My restaurant is in the downtown area. I think there are some things that we can do better. We can't turn a blind eye to this, but I do believe that we have a foundation.
Both Merritt and Giles say they would like to see more events planned for this downtown area after 5 and on weekends, but they realize people need to feel safe for that to be successful. They say they are both confident that local authorities on foot and visible can make that happen. In Montgomery, Lisa Crane, WDTM 13.
Good evening and welcome to W.
This was it. This one's titled "New Information on Montgomery Mass Shooting That Killed 2, Injured 12."
USFA 12 News at 6. I'm Valerie Lawson.
I'm Mark Bullock. New information today at the state level in response to a deadly weekend shooting in downtown Montgomery.
We have a response from Governor Kay Ivey and details of a new $50,000 reward in the case. But first, a new eyewitness account. WSFA 12 News reporter Simon Schusler is near where that shooting happened in the city's entertainment district. In Simon, there were large crowds gathered in that spot Saturday night.
Yeah, Val, I'm across the street of the location of the shooting, which was Bibb and Commerce Street. You can see there is a relatively small rally being held by some well-known community activists, including Charles Lee and Jamel Brown. A big message at this rally is they're urging Montgomery police to get to their fully budgeted staff of around 400 officers. And I do want to emphasize that.
Matt, I'm going to ask the question again. I don't think my question was ever answered. You got the eyes in the chat now. You want to ask something, Matt? Or you want to say something? You say back. That's all I see. Oh, you backstage. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. Hold on, let me see if I see you. There you are. Hey, man.
Yeah, it's like I've been back here for about 10 minutes, but I ain't gonna tell nobody else.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear the doorbell.
You know what, 3 or 4 segments ahead of what I wanted to
Oh,
say.
you said
Oh,
back. When you said back, that mean you. I thought you meant you was back in the chat. Man, look. I'm so sorry. I apologize. What's up?
no, what I wanted to say was, we
Mhm.
know that Alabama is mostly ran Democratic. All right. What I see them doing is running a game, which is a trap. I
Mhm.
keep hearing them speaking about gun control. You need your permit and all this stuff. All of that stuff is not going to prevent crime.
Right.
All right.
Absolutely right.
But it also defers people who think that you need that not to go get something to protect themselves.
Absolutely.
And it also sets you up in the future when they decide to come down on the people. And this is a democratic state. They're gonna be the first ones to hand you over. They sell out and they not for the people. I don't care what people say about Trump. The Democrats showed us for the last 150 fucking years that they don't give a damn about us. You know what I'm saying? So it's a setup, even talking about a permit or anything like that, because they know once there's a permit, you're in the system, and then they can come straight to your house because they know what you got.
Absolutely.
That's not really protecting yourself, especially against them. So it's kind of hard to speak on this because it's like we already know the condition of the state. It was like it was a war going on with the what was a mayor of a town, and they was trying to take over a couple of
It's a lot going on.
zones and stuff a
There's a lot
few
going
months
on.
ago.
See, what they like to
But
do
it's
is
like,
use certain incidences as distractions or deflection is what they like to do.
yeah, but the thing is, we can't allow our people to fall for it. You know
I
what I'm
agree.
saying?
I agree.
If that woman is asking for Trump, yes, she is wrong asking for Trump, because she need to ask her brothers and sisters around her to get these young niggas off the fucking street. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but if Trump is the last resort because ain't nobody else doing nothing, you see what he's did
But
everywhere
that's
else.
not the case, though.
And
I don't see that being the case.
it ain't chaos. The only chaos is these Democrat leaders boosting up the public to go at what's Trump trying to do.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I'm
what I'm
saying? It
saying.
ain't him bringing that.
They are using incidents. Hey, Desiree, they are using these incidents to call for Trump. But this is the thing: you got the mayor. I went to school with Stephen Reed. You know what I'm saying? I went to school. I think this is his second term. But
How you spell his last name?
Reed, Reed.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You know, he don't want, of course, he don't want Trump coming down here. There are probably other people that do. The police chief don't feel like it's the Trump thing. It's something that happened. See, when things like this happen, you got to look at what happened and who. This ain't something that it was a terrorist attack or it was a mass shooting. True enough, but it was between two particular individuals who decided to shoot into the crowd, right? They
But
asses
they
need,
representing a larger group of people that's doing this, which is
yeah,
basically turning into domestic terrorists.
young people. That's what it's representing. It's not representing. It's representing young people because it was young people involved who they asses should have been at home that time of night any damn way. It's a lot that goes into this. I hate it happened when it happened, how it happened. I hate it happen at all. But the fact, let me tell you why this made the news. Like this, the national news and things of that nature. It's the fact that it was so many activities going on. You had the Alabama State Homecoming, you had the state fair, you had the other football game that was going on. It was just so many activities going on, and there was so many people downtown because of those activities. You get what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
But
This is deep. I mean, this is like a Chicago
it's
incident.
it's really deep. It is really deep. It's really deep, but You say it's like a Chicago incident.
Hell yeah, 2 dead, 12 injured. The
Yeah.
only thing about it is just it don't happen weekend after weekend. You know.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Usually downtown, the nightlife, the weekend nightlife downtown is chill, it's cool. You don't have. I be down there all the time. Like I said, I did a whole video. I didn't show when we went to the activities downtown. I just showed when we went where we went. But yeah, it's cool. It's chill. It's outside bars. It's a nice vibe. And but another thing I'm gonna tell you though about the downtown weekend nightlife, it don't have kids. See, this particular incident, there were teenagers there. Usually, teenagers are not allowed down. Well, I ain't gonna say not allowed. They just don't be down there because But it's listen. It was just a different circumstance. Is what I'm saying. It was just a different circumstance.
I mean, we got to blame the elders in charge. Where's y'all's YMCA at? What kind of community things do they have for the young kids and
We
stuff
got
out there?
plenty of YMCA. We got the Boys and Girls Club. We got
They
other.
actually open? They ain't got
Yeah.
green grass growing on the sidewalls of the outside.
No, it's
I mean, because that's what I'm usually seeing.
We have many YMCA's in different districts, different neighborhoods. We got the Boys Club. We got private organizations that have something going on. I'm gonna show y'all. There's gonna be a clip of the organization that I work with. They got stuff going on. It's a lot to whereas these things can be in place, but the parents got to make their kids attend. Like these children around here running themselves, man, raising themselves.
Yeah, it's everywhere, man. It's everywhere.
It's things to do, it's activities to do, whether they partake in them or not. Because let me tell you what it is. Social media. It's social media taking over. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Can we use social media as an out? Because
no, we
I
can't
mean,
use it as an out because there should be no out. The only out should be resolution. We can't use it as an out.
Because I mean, we allowed this for a couple of decades. Because I'm a '90s teen. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we was influenced by things that we seen on the TV itself. Yeah, being from the East Coast, and you know what I'm saying. Then you get the West Coast, you start hearing about Little Rock, Arkansas, when they was the big gang capital of America back then. You know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, Los Angeles and stuff. We was getting influenced by that kind of stuff because we didn't see that on the East Coast, which is a shame. But
yeah, well, you gonna stay up with me?
Yeah, I'm multitasking. I got you.
Okay, you can stop me as I play these clips. You can stop me anytime, and if you want to say something.
Word.
Okay.
Chief Jim Grayboy said yesterday at the press conference, this shooting was not an issue about manpower. It was an issue at the individual.
What you say, Trey?
You gonna ignore my damn?
I thought it was mad. That's what your damn about, Trey?
None.
Lynn said, "Where are the parents? Everything cannot be left up to the community." Exactly what I'm saying, Ms. Lynn. Like you would be amazed. You would be, no, not amazed. You would be surprised at how many children 16 and under are out in the streets 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. I don't know where this shit come from. Like honestly, like I know when I was that age, I wasn't allowed to be out that time of night. My kids weren't allowed to be out that time of night. And it's just, to me, honestly, 16 and under child out after 11:30, 12 o'clock, for what though? Even at the state fair, even if you 16 and under at the state, why would you take your kids or allow your kids to go to the state fair at 11:30, 12 o'clock at night? Like, you gotta make this shit make sense.
Trust. I mean, that's the only thing I can say because I know I was 16 out there 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning on school nights. You know what I'm saying?
I can't relate.
I used to come home and sleep for 3 hours.
Maybe on the weekend, but mama wasn't going for this shit during the school week. And the only way nigga got away with it on the weekend had to go over to grandma's house and go out with my older cousins. That shit wasn't going on.
The only time I had to come in house on time is when I was suspended.
You shouldn't have been able to leave if you were suspended. Somebody coming to the house on time.
I wasn't allowed to leave until the bus shows up in the afternoon because you ain't supposed to be outside in the daytime. So once the bus dropped off normal time, that's when I'm allowed to go outside until she wasn't gonna keep me trapped in the house. I'll put it. I wasn't gonna go too far as far as if I know I'm suspended. She'll be able to look out the window or see me, you know what I'm saying, on the corner with the fellas, which was right there.
Right. Wow. All righty then. Okay.
Individual level, and there was around 5 officers, the chief said, within running distance of the shooting when it occurred. Now, I just finished speaking with Dwight Floyd, who was on that corner when the shooting happened. He tells me that there were children that looked under the age of 10 at that intersection.
Didn't I just tell y'all that? Now, this happened at 11 something at night, y'all. Children under the age of 10. Why do you have your children out at anything? I don't give a fuck what it is. Only thing I can remember, even as a teenager, being out that time of night with my mama, is when we went to church on New Year's Eve. And when we went to church,
and Black Friday
bringing in the
shopping.
New Year's, and as soon as the New Year's came in, we was going home.
What about Black Friday shopping? We used to be able to go out with the parents on Black Friday early in the morning, 12 o'clock.
It wasn't none of that. It wasn't us being underage out. No, 2:30. This had happened at 11 something at night. Children under the age of 10 downtown. Come on, bruh. Come on. Listen.
Section when the shooting rang out. Now, Floyd wasn't involved in any of the events over the weekend, whether that be the fair or homecoming, but he tells me he came downtown because there were just so many people out and he wanted to have a good time. Take a listen to him recalling the moment of panic when that fun night turned traumatic in an instant.
It was basically a war zone, something that you just don't think you will see from, actual people. I was running, then I thought to myself, it's too many gunfire, so just get down. So far as stop for a minute, then I get back up, so running to get cover behind cars and so many people falling over you, you can't, once you're up under the bottom, you can't get up. So, being stuck up on the bottom, that was probably like some of the most scary moments of it.
And just so tragic to hear there. Now, Floyd tells me at the legislation level, he's not sure any bill would have stopped what happened. He believes the issue really starts in the home and at the parenting level. Now, he hopes this tragedy serves as a wake-up call and further ignite the Stop the Violence movement. And stay tuned because I'll have much more of me and Floyd's conversation tonight at 10. Val.
A chaotic situation. Thank you so much, Simon. Now, 2 people died in that shooting, 17-year-old Jeremiah Morris and 43-year-old Shalanda Williams. 12 people were injured.
Tragedy struck Montgomery over the weekend as a mass shooting left the community shaken and searching for answers. The violence erupted late Saturday night, claiming 2 lives and sending 12 others to the hospital. Tonight, we're hearing from one person who was downtown when the gunfire erupted. Fox 20's Philip Green has a report.
I looked over to the left of the Paradigm door and I just saw 2 bodies on the ground, one that looked and appeared lifeless. You just could hear the sounds of wailing of people.
Saturday night's mass shooting in downtown Montgomery sent panic through the crowd outside Paradigm Lounge. Investigators say shots were fired just before midnight in Montgomery's entertainment district. Tonight, residents are left grappling with shock and grief.
You hear multiple rounds of gunfire that go off outside. I was inside a Paradigm at the time of all this happening. People running, scattering.
A memorial now sits on the corner of Bibb Street and Commerce Street to honor the victims. Montgomery Police Chief James Grayboys called the incident unacceptable, saying the department will not rest until those responsible are caught.
This is an issue of the individuals who pull those triggers. They pull those triggers. They hurt those people. That's who's at fault in this, and that's who we're going after.
Crime Stoppers 215 Stop is offering a $50,000 reward to anyone who comes forward with information leading to an arrest. You can contact Crime Stoppers at 215 Stop or reach out to the Montgomery Police Department. Reporting in Montgomery, Philip Green, Fox 20 News.
And the mass shooting is bringing back painful memories for a mother who lost her son to gun violence years ago. But she's hoping to use that pain to inspire change. WSFA 12 News reporter Nye Remy shares her message and the conversation it sparked today with a state lawmaker.
Right here, where laws are written and decisions are made, one woman dropped down to her knees, not in protest, but in prayer. The Alabama State Capitol stands tall over Montgomery. But at its
Okay, this right here. This lady's name is Torian Hamilton. She's I'm not gonna say the name of the organization. They may say it. They may say it on here. I haven't watched this full clip. They may say the name of the organization that she started. But she started an organization years ago. Mad, Money Boy. Do y'all remember the rapper, the Alabama rapper here named, what was his name? Damn. What was
I
that
don't
rapper?
know. It's a lot of them, man. Alabama rappers being held back.
Not Alabama, so per se. I'm gonna say Montgomery. His name, I cannot think of his. It's at the tip of my tongue. I was just talking about it last night. I can't think of the rapper's name, y'all. He was shot and killed here in the club along with 2 other people. Oh shit!
Dobie? Are you talking about Dobie?
Dobie. There you go. Dobie. There you go.
Yeah, he was hard.
Yeah, the rapper Dobie. Okay, he was shot and killed here some years ago. In the club. 2 other people were unalive. There was a young lady that was unalive along with him, and then there was a young man that was unalive along with him. She's the mother of the young man that was unalive. Norris Hamilton. All right. This young lady right here is the cousin of my kids. This is their dad's cousin, first cousin. I call her my cousin. Her name is Tori, and they call her Terry. They call me Big Terry, call her Little Terry. She has an organization that she started after her son was killed in that club. Let's listen.
Base today, a mother knelt. 10 years ago, Torian Hamilton lost her son Timnarius to gun violence. She says time hasn't healed her pain, so she turned it into purpose, creating positive parents have power.
I have been advocating for parents.
Unrelated, but Grayson almost made me cry this morning.
Huh?
I said unrelated, but Grayson almost made me cry this morning. So pulling up to the school, and she hugs me really, really tight, and she says, "Dad, I'm gonna miss you when you die." And I was like, "Well, I'm gonna be here for a minute." And she was like, "But no, Dad, you say everybody dies." And I was like, "Yeah, but sometimes you get to live old like your great grandma and your 2 grandmas. So I ain't going nowhere no time soon." And then she hugged me again. It was like, "I'm just glad you're here with me right now." I was like, "Oh my goodness, this little girl." And then she got out and saw one of her friends and act like this shit didn't even happen. You stay saying shit like that, it be fucking me up.
Yeah, I could only imagine. I could only imagine. Hey, Tanya.
My organization is unity for the entire city of Montgomery, Alabama.
When she saw headlines about this weekend's mass shooting, she said what she's been saying for years: enough is enough.
So I have a hard time all day today, but I knew I should come out here with the power I have to ask every parent, every father, every minister, every young adult, every mother, every father who went through this. We should be doing this together tirelessly. I have asked for years after years, and now this has escalated. Let me tell you something, parents. This is black on black crime, and I am tired. I'm fed up with it.
Across the street, Senator Kirk Hatcher was holding a town hall meeting. It was planned long before the mass shooting, but there was clearly an elephant in the room. People already asking questions, so I took Hamilton's message inside.
Earlier, you just talked about how so many people, especially in the black community, are suffering in silence when it comes to mental health. But right across the street tonight, I met with a mother, and she was praying and crying at Capitol steps, and she gathered some people with her, and she was just touched because she told me she lost her son about a decade ago due to gun violence. So I guess overall, what is your message to her and to families like hers who say they're tired of violence and they just want to see change?
That I join her in being tired as well. One of the things that, I forget the lady's name in the struggle of the civil rights movement, who said, "I'm sick and tired of babysitting." Dr. Benny Mays had a wonderful saying. He says, "A young man may die, but an old man must." And the idea behind that is, we don't expect these mothers to bury their children.
Break them chains! Break them chains!
Torian Hamilton says she'll keep praying, mentoring, and marching until her message sticks.
Every day, Lord, every hour.
At the state capitol, Nairemi, WSFA 12 News.
Hamilton's organization, Positive Parents Have Power, works to mentor families and promote peace. We've placed a link in my web story on WSFA.com.
Developing tonight, another
12 News.
A man who witnessed the Montgomery mass shooting over the weekend says gun violence is out of control.
Dwight Floyd says too many people are
Oh, we already saw this one. I'm gonna skip this. We already watched that. What is this one? Hold on.
At every level.
This is the news conference. We're gonna come back to that one. Hold on.
Afternoon, the Montgomery Metro Ministers Union spoke about the weekend shooting. The group believes the recent gun violence involving young people can be traced back to the home, and spiritual leaders need to step up to the plate and get more involved in the community.
That's where we believe that we are making this front. We are stepping forward. We are stepping out, unlike we never have before. And so we ask you to hold us accountable. And certainly God is.
The union also directed some of the blame for the weekend shooting towards Alabama's permitless gun carry law. This law was championed by gun rights advocates who argue people shouldn't have to get a permit to carry a concealed weapon.
Tonight, leaders in Montgomery say they have new leads in the investigation of a shooting that happened over the weekend. That shooting claimed the lives of 2 people and injured 12. Officials say security has expanded in the city as a result. News 19 State Capitol reporter Ryan Hall has an update.
Today, city officials say the investigation of Saturday night's shooting is well underway. Leaders are also reaffirming their commitment to public safety in the capital city.
All of us are coming for you. We will not rest. We will not relent until we get you.
Montgomery Police Chief James Grayboys has a stern message for those responsible in Saturday night's shooting. He says there have been no additional fatalities among those with life-threatening injuries. Grayboys says the city is working with the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency, the FBI, and ATF.
This is an investigation where we do anticipate multiple individuals who are persons of interest and more than likely will be facing charges.
Montgomery Mayor Stephen Reed says he's been in contact with the governor's office.
For me, it's personal to get to the bottom.
I stress this, but what happened was, y'all, it was 2 people shooting at each other, right? It was, I want to say, but I'm not for sure, right? I want to say, but I'm not for sure if that 17-year-old that was unalive was one of the shooters, because I'm not sure yet. But it was 2 individuals shooting at each other, and then when those individuals began shooting at each other, other people pulled their weapons and went to shoot. So the thing about this is, the people that are unalive, the people that were unalive, the people that were injured, they could have been shot by people that was just pulling out their guns because somebody else was shooting. You get what I'm saying? It was chaos. And it's going to be charges. Once this investigation is over, it's going to be charges brought against people who didn't go there to actually shoot somebody. Like, they weren't arguing with nobody. They didn't get into it with nobody. But when they heard gunshots, they pulled out their guns and began shooting. But see, what people got to realize is that bullets don't have names on them. Like, if you hear shooting, you pull out your gun, you go to shooting, you could end up shooting an innocent person. Like, who are you shooting at? Me, myself, to be honest, unless I know an individual is shooting directly at me, I'm not going to shoot back. I'm going to try to retreat. But we really can't say what we do in certain situations. I just know pulling out a gun, shooting into a crowd is asinine to me. Who are you shooting at? If you hear gunshots, unless you think somebody's shooting at you, why are you shooting your gun? So it's going to be charges brought against people who just after they heard gunshots, pulled out their guns and went to shooting, because they could have been the one that injured one of these people, or even unalive one. I'm just saying, it's crazy.
Bottom of this, for me, it's personal to make sure our city, my hometown, our hometown, is considered one of the safest.
And Montgomery City Council President C.C. Calhoun says instating a curfew for unaccompanied minors 17 and under would make the city safer.
Because we know the nature is a lot of young people that's out doing a lot of these crimes that's going on in the city. So we're looking at, and we want to hold parents accountable too. That's part of the problem that we have, is accountability for your household.
In a statement, the Alabama law enforcement agency says they will continue coordinating closely with Montgomery City and county law enforcement. That's to ensure a unified, strong front against criminal.
Yeah, Tanya, you said I see what you're saying. Just bystanders started pounding because they heard. Yeah, people just That's
I
what
mean,
happened.
that's crazy.
That's crazy to me.
I mean, I don't been out there. I mean, I don't know if it's instincts because it's in my blood or military or whatever, but it's like as soon as you hear the shot, it's an automatic instinct to know where it came from before you even make a move. So you'll know if to duck or not. You know what I'm saying? If Trey might can relate, it's like you know where it's at by the sound.
But these people, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if you feel like the person is shooting at you, or you know where the shooting is coming from, you can spy whoever shoot. I get that, but just because you hear gunshots, you just go to shoot now willy-nilly, like that don't make sense to me.
I mean, that 1 or 2 seconds that you need to determine where it came from. I mean, it could be life or death within those 1 or 2 seconds, but at least you'll know. You'll be more conscious of what's really going on. But most people don't think like that. You know what I'm saying? As soon as they hear the shot, they just hit the ground. You and then that fucks up where if they still shooting, you don't know where it's coming from because you got folks just yelling.
Yeah, it's screaming, it's yelling, it's running, it's all that. Like, it's all that. It's crazy. It's chaos. And you pulling out your gun, just shooting out willy-nilly, is just adding to the chaos. More people injured. You know what I'm saying?
Criminal activity in Montgomery. Ryan Hall, News 19.
The city of Montgomery's downtown entertainment district is no more.
The city council tonight voted unanimously to suspend the district in the wake of Saturday's mass shooting.
So y'all hear that? Now, those people downtown that got businesses that thrive off of the weekend life down there in downtown Montgomery, they finna suffer. Because the city council has determined that they're going to shut it down. I don't know how long. I don't know for how long. I don't know. But let's listen.
Entertainment districts are areas where patrons of restaurants and bars can purchase alcoholic beverages, then carry those drinks with them within the district. Some business owners say, however, customers often abuse those privileges. Montgomery has entertainment districts in Cloverdale, Cottage Hill, and downtown, where Saturday's mass shooting occurred. WSFA 12 News reporter Nairemi has more from tonight's council meeting.
Montgomery City Council chambers was packed Tuesday night. One of the items on the agenda, what's next for the city's entertainment districts.
Sunday, I was cleaning blood off the sidewalk in front of Ravello because we had an event Sunday afternoon. And, you know, the loitering and the entertainment district seem they're not working.
Judd Blunt, the owner of Ravello Downtown, told council members something has to change.
I would hope y'all would consider getting rid of the entertainment district. And people need to keep walking. They can't loiter.
The council voted unanimously.
So this is a guy, this is a guy that owns a business that ain't open during the entertainment hours. He's open in the daytime. And he wants the nightlife, the entertainment district, to close.
That's going to backfire because what they're going to end up doing is moving out towards the counties instead of being in the city where they got.
People just gonna go. If we got 2 other entertainment districts, we got 3 all total. We got, and this is weekend nightlife. You know, where you're able to purchase alcohol and walk the streets, like, basically. You know what I'm saying? You got, we got clubs and stuff like that, but these 3 places are the only places you can go to and actually purchase alcohol and sit outside with it, walk the district and things of that nature. So what people gonna do if they close the downtown entertainment district? They're just gonna flock to the other 2. Those businesses downtown, it's businesses downtown that open specifically for that nightlife.
If they don't do that, they're gonna move to the outskirts, which is going to be even worse because then that's not a city zone. That's going to be county, which is sheriff, and I'm pretty sure a lot of towns don't have a lot of sheriffs. You get state troopers and stuff like that. That's the one on those witch call clubs in the backwoods.
Yeah, we got some places, some hole in the walls and things of that such that's on the outskirts. And you know what? To be honest, those clubs, they don't have this type problem. Not normally. There's always stuff that can happen, but
I mean, they usually hire, you know what I'm saying, cops and stuff for security and stuff. They be sitting up in the witch call getting paid extra. Or they mingling with the crowds.
Yep.
To suspend the downtown district.
If we had done this prior to, we may have prevented what happened over the weekend. And looking at the footage and looking at the pictures from over the weekend, there was a huge crowd right there on that corner of Commerce and Beale.
The entertainment district was mixed for. It was not for people to come out and buy a bottle of liquor and stand on the corner, or buy a beer and stand on the corner. It's to move you from.
I used to work with this dude's dad. His dad, I don't know if y'all ever heard of Gregory Calhoun. Gregory Calhoun used to own the chain of grocery stores here. He's passed away now, but this is his son. I used to work for his dad. I used to see him all the time. He was younger though, way younger. That was my first job. That was back when I was like 19. So you can only imagine.
Place to place.
Councilman Andrew Zemanski, who also owns a business downtown, agrees safety has to come first.
One of my big concerns, and I voiced it in the meeting, is that we just have rules that are not being enforced, and that's what leads to some of the problems that we're seeing.
The suspension will last indefinitely. In Montgomery, Nairemi.
Oh, did she say indefinitely? That's fucked up.
I'm telling you, watch out for the hook. A lot of these people sitting up here don't have your best interests. We've been pointing this out for years. Watch out for the hooks. They're setting you up for something else.
That's fucked up.
The suspension will last indefinitely. In Montgomery.
Hold on, let me back it up.
Especially if they're losing across the nation, they're trying to get every little small piece of land they can get. So where is this, Montgomery? And Montgomery is just a smaller state to the Democrats. They're going to try to keep that locked down. Watch out for the hook with these city people. I'm telling you.
Montgomery is the capital. It's the capital.
Oh, yeah, they're going to keep that on lock. It's up to the people to wake up and really look at it to straighten things out. If not, you're just going to repeat this process year after year after year, sometimes 2-3 times a year.
My big concerns, and I voiced it in the meeting, is that we just have rules that are not being enforced, and that's what leads to some of the problems that we're seeing.
The suspension will last indefinitely. In Montgomery, Nairemi, WSFA 12 News.
Now, the Cloverdale and Cottage Hill entertainment districts are not affected by tonight's vote. Councilwoman Marsha Johnson also introduced a possible ordinance that would ban ski masks downtown and extend the hours of the current curfew. The meeting to address that possible ordinance is scheduled for later this month.
As police.
Shit, they fool. Okay, that's the news conference. I'm gonna come back to that.
So if they ban masks, can we use COVID as an excuse, or why are they wearing it? They put themselves in all kind of holes. I tell you.
We're also getting our first look at the second victim in Saturday's shooting. He was 17-year-old Jemiah Morris. State Representative Philip Insler shared this picture with us. He says he got a chance to meet Morris last year at McIntyre Comprehensive Academy, where Morris was a student. The Montgomery Public School System confirming for WSFA 12 News 3 of its students were among those.
Well, that's the young man, y'all, that was unalive. His name was Jeremiah, not Jemiah. His name was Jeremiah Morris. He was 17 years old.
Impacted by the shooting.
Tonight, a family member is remembering the trauma of learning their loved one was killed in the Montgomery mass shooting.
43-year-old Shalonda Renee Williams was one of 2 people who died when shots rang out downtown Saturday night.
Police say 2 arguing parties shot into a large crowd of people visiting Montgomery for the HBCU Classic weekend. WSFA 12 News reporter Simon Schuessler sat down with Williams' cousin today to learn more about her life.
Shalonda Renee Williams' family never expected such a tragic and violent end to her life.
So the family's been taking it pretty hard because she was a great person.
They say Renee was full of compassion and an advocate for peace. Now, her 24-year-old daughter and 6-year-old son are without a mother.
Every time you see Renee, you see that her son with her. And, you know, he's so manable. And that says a lot about how Renee, rears her children. The only thing he has is his sister and auntie now.
And they faced the trauma of her death twice. First, learning of the shooting, then experiencing an equally painful moment online.
On social media, you saw a video of her laid out?
Oh. It was that.
I'm telling y'all, people will put some of the most, they will put some of the most insensitive stuff on social media, on Facebook. And I don't even understand why.
It was really traumatizing. I would never be able to live that down, seeing her in that state. I really wish I could just not see it. I wish the video could not be there, because I truly had already gotten the devastating news, but to see that on social media trending.
Are you going to ever go into downtown Montgomery again? Is this going to stop you from going out and enjoying a night on the town?
Being that, especially with the video, it shows me the exact location, the exact spot where she would. I can say this: we as a whole, as a family, probably won't be able to go downtown.
The perpetrator is watching this. What do you want them to know?
I pray for the perpetrator, that God, because I don't see how they can sleep at night knowing that they caused so much harm.
Bell says he also prays about the plague of gun violence and hopes other families won't be forced to go through the same pain. Simon Schusler, WSFA 12 News, Montgomery.
Williams's family is raising money to cover her funeral expenses. So far,
is prayer making us weak? I'm just asking.
I don't think prayer is making us weak. I think that people got to realize that we need more than prayer. Prayer definitely is needed. I don't think it's making us weak, but we need.
What I'm trying to say is, if more folks would do eye for an eye, I think it will be less crime. Because then you are held accountable for what you've done.
I don't think eye for an eye will cause fun. How do you feel like vigilant? Damn, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Vigilance. What is that word, man? I can't say it. It's at the tip of my tongue.
Vengeance.
Vigilantism. And eye for an eye. I don't think that's gonna reduce crime. It's only gonna make it worse.
It's in y'all's favorite book. Moses said it.
I get it. But you asked me a specific question. You said eye for an eye. Do you think eye for an eye? You said you think it would be less crime. I don't think so. I think it would be more. So you tell me how you think it would cause for less crime if that was the case.
I was just looking at it in a way of, as far as accountability. A lot of these folks is just doing stuff and not thinking of the repercussions afterwards. They think it's just going to be easy. You go to court, you go to prison, you live in there for about 50 or 60 years, and that's it. But if they was met with the same fate as what they handed out.
But you know what I think though, man? I think people that are willing to just shoot and kill are willy-nilly like that. I don't think they care about that. I don't think they care about repercussions. Because you gotta think about
anybody who shot somebody, when payback is coming back, they a little ass fucking hoe when it comes that time.
I agree. But that's still not stopping them from doing it though.
I mean, that's done the unjustly way. But if it's like, if you really get caught and you have to serve the same fate, that's what it should be. Stoned in the middle of the town, like in the old days.
Okay.
You know, we shouldn't be wasting more money on a nobody who don't even care about the life that's on the planet.
Oh, basically you're talking about the court system.
Yeah, don't waste the money. You're just public justice. You know this dude was guilty. We already got the evidence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They do it overseas. And they lands are safe as hell. They whipping folks in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
And quite reached the halfway mark of their $8,000 goal. We've placed a link to the GoFundMe page in this story on.
If I can remember when I end this live, I'm going to put that GoFundMe link on my community wall for anybody that wants to support. It wouldn't make a difference of me putting it in the chat because you can't click on it. All right, so that's all for the little clips. Now we're gonna watch the news conference I think it was done yesterday. The news conference that was held. Let's see.
Live, local, now. WSFA 12 News starts with breaking news.
Montgomery Police Chief Jim Grayboys and Mayor Stephen Reed are about to give an update regarding the mass shooting over the weekend.
Let's go ahead and take a listen.
All of them here, as well as their efforts to make sure our city continues to respond to this senseless tragedy that we've our prayers to those victims who are still recovering, certainly to the families, those that we've lost, and those who have been injured, and others who are still traumatized by this incident. But I do want to also give a lot of thanks to the community, to the city of Montgomery, for the way that so many residents, business owners, and others have rallied to defense of our city, as well as to helping us solve this crime. Without them, we might not be where we are right now in this process. So we're certainly grateful for all of their support. I think that's important that the city show its true strength and resilience during times like this, when you have times of adversity, and we're seeing that whether it's informal or formal outreach from so many people in this community. I want to start off by highlighting some of the things that we've discussed since this incident happened. We had thousands of people in Montgomery over this weekend at multiple events enjoying themselves. What happened was a handful of reckless individuals changed things not only for the victims but for themselves and for this community. We were proud that we had the coverage that we had with officers within 50 feet of this incident and the way that they responded. The men and women of the Montgomery Police Department are to be commended for not only what they did in springing in action at that moment, but what they have done since then just through gumshoe police work. And it's been solid. It's been very steady. It has been the leadership of our police department with Chief Grayboys and Chief Brickers guiding us. We certainly are also grateful for those downtown business owners and for others who came forward with video, who came forward with other tips and suggestions and things along those lines that have been helpful. And so that's going to allow us to use all the resources that we currently have, both at the local, state, and federal level, to bring about the closure of this case and the capture of those who are responsible. We will push for maximum accountability, regardless how long this takes. I want to also highlight some of the things that the City Council has helped us do over the last several years. In fiscal year 2025, the City Council approved a 15% raise for all Montgomery Police Department officers and a 5% cost of living adjustment for other city employees. In this year's budget, the fiscal year 2026, funds for replacing Montgomery Police Department's outdated communication system, and expanding surveillance infrastructure were proposed and passed. 10 years ago, the police budget stood at $44.6 million. This year, it stands at $59 million. So you've seen the type of increase that we have put into that budget and the type of investment we have put into our men and women. And that includes partly 40% raise since 2019 for police salaries and benefits. We've also invested almost $10 million in equipment modernization, from new patrol vehicles, tasers, AEDs, K9s, mobile data terminals, and surveillance tech, with much more proposed for this upcoming fiscal year, in particular when it comes to technology and utilizing that as a force multiplier. We've also been partners in the Together We Rise initiative, treating gun violence as a public health crisis, focusing on prevention, intervention, and community engagement. We've also advocated for gun safety, with $375,000 invested in advanced weaponry to counter illegal Glock switches, supported legislation to ban Glock switches and require lost and stolen firearm reporting. We also have publicly challenged state preemption laws that limit local gun control. On top of that, I've been a part of a group of bipartisan mayors across the state who's advocated for the revocation of permitless carry gun laws that we currently have right now in our state. So we have done all of these things together to try to prevent as much as we can and to try to be as proactive as we can. But I want us to keep some of those things in mind because we're always looking for ways to improve. We're always looking for ways to make our city safer, to make our community safer for those that live here, for those that work here, and those that visit our city. And I believe that our city is a safe city. We know that there's work to do. One life lost is one life too many. We know that currently in this climate, one may not feel safe. And so we have to do a better job to make sure people feel safe, regardless of what's happening in the immediate community or the surrounding community. I'm no stranger to gun violence. Within the last 6 weeks, 7 rounds were found within 150 feet of my house, just one house over. Within that same time, there was a homicide on West Haven Lane, 1 block over. So whether you're the mayor or whether you're just an ordinary citizen going about their business, unfortunately, this becomes too much a part of what we have to deal with each and every day. And so for me, it's personal to get to the bottom of this. For me, it's personal to make sure our city, my hometown, our hometown, is considered one of the safest. And we will stop at nothing to make sure that it is. And we'll continue to work with our partners at the county, the sheriff's office, our partners at the state, with the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency, as well as the ATF and the FBI. So whether it's federal, state, or local, we're going to work with each and every law enforcement agency we can. And we're going to work with those entities that want to work with us that are outside of law enforcement to continue to make this a safer city. So I want to just start there. Again, I want to thank our colleagues on the city council who have been helping, again, with the budget, who've been helping with ideas and initiatives, and who have been helping really get people to come forward and to talk and to show and to say what they may have seen and to tell us what they may have heard. And all of that has been helping us move forward in this process. So with that, I'll pause and I'll turn it over to Chief Grayboys to update you on some other factual information. And at that time, we'll take any questions from the press for anyone that may have it. Chief?
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, and thank you for being here today. I want to say thank you to the mayor and his administration, to the city council, to my staff, to Chief Frickus, to my detectives who have been working ceaselessly on this case, along with our partners. One thing I would want to say is we have to pull together, because now is the time for unity in our shared purpose in holding the criminals responsible and fixing the damage that they caused. I'm thankful for the citizens that have reached out in support of our agency and the families of the victims. I'm grateful for the citizens who have been calling in tips. You are making a difference. Unity is what we need now, because our clear purpose is holding people accountable who are responsible for this crime. We are 200% committed to this investigation. And we're here to provide a progress report for our ongoing investigation into the mass shooting incident that has deeply affected our city since 11:31 p.m. on Saturday. This case is top priority for the Montgomery Police Department and for every agency working alongside of us. I am thankful for the assistance of our partners at every level. Standing with us is the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, the Montgomery District Attorney's Office, the Alabama Attorney General's Office, the U.S. Attorney's Office, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the U.S. Marshals Service, the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency, Alabama Fusion Center, and Central Alabama Crime Stoppers. I also would like to make a note for the Montgomery Fire and Rescue, who went into the scene with us Saturday night to assist those who were injured and those who were hurt. They did that selflessly, and they did it on behalf of others. I mention all these names again and in list because that is all the resources that we are bringing to bear on this. There are a lot of them, and they are bearing fruit. Their continued collaboration and assistance, it demonstrates the strength of our shared goal of protecting the citizens of Montgomery and holding violent offenders accountable, swiftly and safely. Our partnerships demonstrate that when we work together, we are stronger, more effective, and better equipped to deliver the results our community expects and deserves. And I have no doubt that together we will bring the suspects in this case to justice. Our detectives, alongside our partners, have been working nonstop. We have been organizing and using every resource at our disposal. We have strong leads. We have developed persons of interest, and I am 100% certain that by the conclusion of this case, we will be ending it with arrests and prosecutions. I'm very specific in my wording there. This investigation, though, is a methodical process. Our investigators, our analysis, the examination of all of the evidence involved, we have to be careful and we have to be right. Now, I know from all of the evidence and all of the factors that I've seen that we are every hour, 1 hour closer to holding the perpetrators accountable. We remain committed to seeing this investigation through with accuracy and integrity, because the families of our victims and our community deserve nothing less. At this time, presently, the 5 individuals with life-threatening injuries are still under the same classification of having those life-threatening injuries. The 7 individuals with non-life-threatening injuries are still under that same classification as well. Our thoughts are with them as they continue to recover. Now, we are part of this community. Our officers, we live here, We raise our children here. We share the same hopes and dreams of a safer Montgomery. We urge anyone with information in this case to contact Crime Stoppers at 215-STOP. Again, that's 215-STOP. Or they can contact the Montgomery Police Department directly at 625-2831. Every piece of information helps move this investigation forward. This is an investigation where we do anticipate multiple individuals who are persons of interest and more than likely will be facing charges. We are relentlessly seeking justice for the injured and the deceased. Every victim deserves justice. Every family affected deserves answers. And I'll say this now to the criminals involved in this: all of us are coming for you. We will not rest. We will not relent until we get you. We are coming. We will give updates as they develop.
At this time, we'll open it up for any questions we may have from the press. Yes, sir.
This is Wade. And I'm going to talk fast because I want to end this so I can get my clips out in the next 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But so basically, from what I gather from the chief, the only update I hear from what they said the other day is that they do have persons of interest. That means they got people that they're looking at and investigating. That's pretty much what I got out of that. Let's listen.
As the investigation goes on, I know it's too early to talk about steps to take because that is your priority in the investigation right now. What is something that people need to know about the investigation? Because you know citizens have millions of questions and comments about it, but what do you want them to take away from what's going on about this investigation as you see it?
That this investigation has been steady, consistent, relentless in gathering all of the facts. And one thing I want people to be aware of, because like I stated earlier, because my detectives have been working so incredibly hard, and not just them by themselves. They've also been working really hard with investigators from all of our partners, with investigators from ALEA, with investigators from the Sheriff's Office, and with investigators even from the various attorneys' offices that have been assisting us. One of the things I can tell you is that the information coming in as frequent as it is like a fire hose worth of information, and all that information and all of that evidence has to be independently processed and utilized and basically fit into a very large puzzle. Due to the nature of this case, it is a very large and complex investigation because of the numbers of people involved. So I want people to understand that while we have to be careful about what we can reveal publicly because we do not want to compromise the investigation, we are steadily and methodically putting everything together that will allow us to have a positive prosecution of the individuals that we're going to arrest in relation to this case.
Mayor, I want to give you a chance to respond to the Alabama Sheriff's Association posted today a couple hours ago on Facebook and said about the shooting and said that Montgomery has a criminal gang problem. Do you agree? Does Montgomery have a gang problem?
I've been working in Montgomery. I had my first career since 1991. That's when I started. And one thing I remember about the time in the 90s was that every cop in the city knew that there were gangs in Montgomery. Though at the time, a lot of times people would not want to talk about it. Gangs are a problem, period. And one of the things that we're getting out of this investigation, which has been so positive with all of our partnerships, is we're actually emerging tactics and strategies going forward to strike at those gangs. But the gang problems, unfortunately, it has been a national problem. But what we're learning over the last 2 days and the things that we're doing are going to have a very big impact. And so I'll say, yes, there are gangs. Nobody's denying it. And yes, they are a problem. But we're going to do everything we can to go after those individuals. And I believe that we're going to have some successful results in the near future.
You said that you're looking at multiple suspects. Can you tell us how many shooters you believe there are?
Not at the present time, because literally this investigation is constantly fluid. I can say without a reasonable doubt that there are multiple shooters involved, but I'm not going to give you the exact number yet until we have completed all of our analysis of all of the video evidence and all of the testimony of the witnesses. To give you an idea, when I said it was a complex investigation, okay, we had so many people out there, and we were literally tracking down every individual who's even out there just to question them. That takes time, and it has to be pieced together. But I guarantee you this, when we conclude this investigation, we're going to give a full breakdown of everything.
Can you give us an idea of how many leads you have so far?
A lot of them. To give you an exact, that would be too low. We've had lots and lots of leads. In fact, actually, we have, I guarantee you, even though I'm not sitting at the phone bank now, we probably got leads coming in now. So, guess we have a lot of leads and we're following them.
Let me address that as well. I think part of that is also a testament to the community. Again, our city council members that are here from the community. They've shared things with the police chief and the department. I've heard things I've shared with the police department. Business leaders, community leaders, faith leaders have all been instrumental in leads. And I think that speaks to the type of city that we are. I think that speaks to the type of community that we are. It's come across party lines, it's come across racial lines, it's come across income, class lines. Everybody wants to help, everybody wants to solve this issue and wants to see this city be all it can be, and really feels bad for those lives that were lost and those lives that have been forever changed. And I think that's commendable to this community and the city and those that have really been pushing for the best outcome of what is a tragic situation. Yes, sir.
Just to build on my last question for clarification, is there a belief that gangs were involved in this particular incident? And the Sheriff's Association also said that, quote, there exists a culture that emphasizes only addressing serious crimes rather than enforcing the law comprehensively. Is that accurate?
Well, I'll let you speak to the gang part. I mean, our gang has been working. We inherited when I came in 2019. They were working prior to that and prior to that. So we've had an active gang unit for several administrations that continues to do great work. They don't talk about it. They don't run out and brag on themselves or anything other. They just do the work. And we're grateful because they are often in harm's way more than most. But I will speak to kind of the latter part of we're enforcing all laws. And again, we work with Sheriff's Department, we work with state partners and federal partners. We just had a meeting with the district manager for the ATF, district coordinator, for the ATF within the last month. So we're always meeting and updating things with our federal partners, and they're updating us on things that are coming around as well. So I would not say that the city is only focused on serious crimes. We're focused on all crimes. And again, I think that is apparent in the overall numbers. What we've got to change, I think from our perspective, is to make sure that we're having more of an impact where those crimes are, and to make sure that as we arrest some of these people, that they stay behind bars, and that they aren't allowed to kind of come in through the turnstile in and out on a low bail or low cash bond that may be out there. We've got to look at that. That is a problem. Our men and women, Montgomery Police Department, are doing an outstanding job of arresting people. The community is doing a great job in telling us where the problems are. We've got to make sure across government entities that we're doing a better job in keeping them and holding them regardless of what kind of crime it is, and certainly when it comes to violent crime. Chief, I'll let you address the part on that. You may want to ask that question again, Simon. I may talk too long. I'll let Chief address that first part.
I was just asking for some clarification. Do you believe that gangs are involved in this particular incident?
I am not answering that question because of the nature of this investigation as it goes. But as I stated before, when we conclude and we're at a stopping point, then I will be more than happy to give a full breakdown. At present,
that's usually a yes. If they don't just outright come out and say no, gangs are not involved, that's usually a yes. So we'll see. We'll see.
We're looking at multiple individuals, and that's all I'll say.
I asked this before. We had a meeting dealing with crime a couple months ago. I asked this of you, and please, anyone can answer. Is there a thought about maybe establishing curfews in the city of Montgomery?
You would probably need to ask the president of the city council that.
Yes, we have received several emails. We started a curfew downtown that we need to look at. So we're looking at a citywide curfew. That's something that's being discussed because we know the nature is a lot of young people that's out doing a lot of these crimes that's going on in the city. So we're looking at, and they want to hold parents accountable too. That's part of the problem that we have, is accountability for your household.
Can you tell us if any block switches were used?
We're not going to get any specifics today. This is an ongoing investigation. The specifics are going to come out when we've concluded the investigation. We have many operational surveillance cameras downtown and in all of the areas we need them to be. Now, it doesn't mean we're not going to look for any areas that are not covered, We will look for more areas that are covered or that might need it. But short of me giving you an answer like that, because like I said, I don't want to go into specifics or anything that's going to go into those, I will say we have cameras downtown and they are functional.
Mayor, the governor said she reached out to you yesterday morning. Have you contacted her back or detailed the secretary? What are your thoughts on Leah's new procedures?
Well, as it relates to the governor's office, we reached out today through some of our staff members to their staff. I think we have a meeting set up. She's been, I think, busy on some other matters today, so I think we'll have a call in the next 24 to 48 hours, my understanding. And you had another question?
Yes. I was wondering what your thoughts were on
Yeah, I think, and I'll let Chief add on to this as well if I missed something, but we've been working with them already. That program, I think, has been helpful, not just even in terms of downtown, but again, I think around this community, around the city, as well as working with the Sheriff's Department also. I think for partnership with the LEA, depending on how it's structured, can be beneficial. I think our men and women, Montgomery Police Department, are doing a very good job. And under the right circumstances, more collaboration can be impactful. It's already proven out now with federal law enforcement involved. In this case, just happened. We've been able to take those leads and process them a lot quicker with state and federal help. So, yeah, I think for what we've been doing has been solid. And if there are ways to improve that, then we're open to hear about ways to improve it. Chief.
We work well with ALEA, and we're greatly appreciative of their assistance. We have been working with them for literally well over a year, actually. First, when we were working with them on Max, and at the same time, though, working with them on other operations as well. So we welcome them expanding their patrol anywhere they would like. So we're really pleased to hear that.
We'll take these last two, and then let's get to it.
Yes, may sound like a dumb question, but your curfew that you're proposing citywide, would it pertain to unaccompanied minors as curfew is now?
Basically, that's what it is. Unaccompanied minors during those hours, 17 years and under. Yeah, must be accompanied by a parent. And we'll run that through the city council. There's 5 of them here, 4 of them are here, so we'll work that. And we work like the citizens are asking us to do is for us to protect the city and to protect our young people. Thank you.
Couldn't help but to notice also after this incident, there were a lot of posts on Facebook, of course, and a lot of comments about people saying, yeah, send in the troops. To those people who have no train of thought, what would you tell them? Because you all busy, you're doing your job. To them who say, yeah, it's time to bring the troops in, what message would you have?
I don't think that's a majority of the community. I know there's some loud voices that share that opinion. I think there are many, many others that do not. I think that, again, what we have been doing, working with local, state, and federal partners has helped drive down our crime about 23% year over year. We want it to be double, triple that. And those things have been working. Men and women in the National Guard is not necessary in Montgomery. I don't think it's necessary in any American city. And so I think there are ways to work with local law enforcement and community leaders. And I think there are ways for us to invest in things before we're talking about someone committing a crime. I think there are ways that we can deploy more resources to help people, whether that's mental health, whether that's through education, whether that's through after-school programs and initiatives, whether that's through more funding for workforce development and job skill training. There are a lot of things that lead people into a life of crime. And so to just focus it all on the back end, I don't think is the proper way to address this issue in Montgomery. I don't think it's the proper way to address the issue in any city in Alabama or any city in this country. Yeah. Okay.
Because the suspects are still out there, do you believe that there's a current threat to citizens in Montgomery? And are there extra patrols that are taking place right now to fix that?
We are taking the appropriate actions as we speak and as we're going forward. I won't say further than that. But this case is under investigation, and we're doing everything we need.
Right. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate y'all coming out. Thanks for all the good work.
I'm going to stop it real quick right there because I do want to end before 2 hours hit. Matt, you had something to say real quick to what he just said?
I was saying that the National Guard, it is needed in some of these cities. They should have sent it to Portland 8 years ago.
I agree. I agree, but I don't
You know what I'm saying? They should have cleaned up DC, yeah. But some of these other cities that they neglected for decades, I mean, they should have a different approach. I mean, it was their laws and stuff like that. They actually kept those areas the way they were. So,
we'll talk more about the whole National Guard presence because I do want to talk about that more on the next live. When I come back live on this, hopefully you'll be able to join me on the panel because I want to talk to you about that more about the National Guard. I got kind of iffy thoughts and opinions
I mean,
about that.
I ain't all the way in it. I'm for it in some areas
Right.
no. You know what I'm saying? Like Portland, where they been don't burn up police stations and blew up stuff, and for the last 8 years, you know what I'm saying? They didn't go mess with those white people all this time, but then all of a sudden you just attacking. DC needed though. That's our capital. That's the national capital. So yeah, that needed to be cleaned up. But Chicago and Memphis and all that, no, y'all put the laws in place and kept these areas like that.
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. There's such a thing as an abuse of power, and I think that with that, I think that there is some kind of agenda when it comes to that. But like I said, we'll talk about that more when I come back on Saturday to discuss this more, and hopefully you'll be able to join me on the panel so we can talk about it. But for right now, y'all, that's all I have. I will continue to update y'all on what's going on. Hopefully they'll continue to do press conferences to let us know what's going on. Thank y'all so much for joining this live. I appreciate it. Just send up prayers for the two people that lost their lives and also the other victims. Just send up a prayer for Montgomery, y'all. I
All
appreciate
right, y'all, I gotta go.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you. I appreciate y'all for joining this live. Please, if you have not double tapped the screen to like it, please do that. For those catching the replay, please like the live stream. With that being said, I'm going to end it right here. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful rest of the day, and I'll see y'all later on the other side, okay? True Siblings and State Gang, stand up, and we out. I love y'all. Thank y'all for supporting.